Sound like a phone vibration. But we back. Hopefully it's not boring like the end of last time.
Phone that vibrated. So sorry.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say something. Oh, hi. Meek.
It was just my phone that vibrated.
Extreme Tech. Well, fucking, Universal Survival. Alrighty then. Hopefully everything's going fine. Let me check out the YouTube. You still remember me? Yeah, I do. Let me go in the YouTubes, up in the crib. We'll drop it like it's hot. What? Oh. Oh, yeah. I showed Khalifa my drawing of Zamasu Black. I forgot about that. Yep. Yeah, I drew this all by hand. Surprisingly, this is my best drawing I have ever drawn. I'm not kidding. I mean, the abs could have been better. And, like, the arm right here looks a bit weird. But besides that, it was a pretty good drawing. I don't know what happened. But, like, I had very few mistakes, and I actually nailed it down to a T. I've had worse, or like, even worse drawings than this. But this is one of my greats. This is one of my good stuffs. Yeah, that's Zamasu Black, if y'all guys were wondering. Pretty good drawing. Like, the thing is that I say, like, good drawings in the past, but, thank you. Not, yank you. I'm not gonna yank you. But, yeah, Zamasu Black, I have had worse drawings of him in the past. Watch this, the stream is gonna be at 0 views because of that. At this point, I made that a meme, where if I show a sign on my story, people leave. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Ah, crap, I meant to click Dokkan, where are you? There. Yeah, well, in the past, I've had drawings of Zamasu Black. Thank you. But I had drawings in the past where I said, like, at that time, oh, wow, this is pretty good. And then I look back, and it's just pretty dang terrible. I would show some. I just DM you. You did? Spiral Black. Curse you, Spiral Black. Huh?
He has super attack.
What? Oh yeah, I'm still farming it. I think I'm like 1 essay away. Either 1 or 2. Pretty sure it's 2. I didn't farm it because I wanted an excuse to do another stream.
I was gonna say, when I got him, I finished it in like a day.
Yeah, I would have finished it in a day, but wanted that excuse. He's 5 away. I'm 5? I don't think I'm 5. Unless my eyeballs do not work. But besides that, Mr. Super Saiyan for Gogeta got me a Goku Black figurine. No, he's 12 away. Conveniently enough, I pulled LR Goku Black, I think yesterday, actually. And I got this Goku Black figurine. No, he's 0 away. Oh, I might actually be 0 away. You might not be right. I mean, you might actually be right. If these two work, then yeah, I'm 0 away. But yeah, Gogeta got me a Goku Black figurine, and it looks pretty damn cool. Hi. Okay, we're back.
Yesterday.
Huh?
Yesterday you pulled Goku Black.
Yeah.
Goku Black.
Conveniently, next day I also got another black. Just blacks everywhere. No, I'm not trying to be racist.
Right. Already happened.
Fuck. Oh wait, no, I'm one away. Alright. We're gonna do the Spyro method. Hopefully you guys are still in the stream. I just had to do something real quick. And one person left. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. My parents came in here. Okay, what do we get? Alright, I guess I'll just go die.
No.
I hate this
gonna work
stupid
for some
SA
here.
farm. Come on. Number 10. Why? Jesus Christ. That was 2, and I get none of them. I hate this. If you couldn't tell, I hate this.
I can see it.
Oh wow, less and less people are joining. How fun. Okay.
Shit.
Goku Black. How about you turn SA10 right now? So we can just get on to the thing, which is LR Awakening.
Did you farm his medals by any chance?
No.
Good.
I mean, I've farmed, well, technically in the past I have farmed some of his medals. Oh, hey, people are back.
I would play that right now if you want me to.
Nah, I'm fine. You know, let's just do this. I haven't been using Frost as much. I should. I mean, I basically paid for him, so. Frost, come.
No extras.
Yeah. He's basically the Dollar Tree version of Frieza.
Not basically he is.
Yeah. Pretty cheap, you know? You know, he's a lot more nicer.
Not.
Huggins in the stream.
Was that a horse?
Huh? No, that was
that
me.
a horse?
No, it was all me, man. I know it was that big. There's Keek. His name is Keek.
Wait, did you say Keek or Keek?
Keek. Keek.
Keek?
That was that guy's
So
username.
It's Keek?
I'ma keek you in the knees, brah.
That's very hurtful.
I see trees, red roses too. I see in blue, and I think to myself, What a wonderful world. I can be the next Frank Sinatra. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Nice, bruh. Hiya!
Literally being there for the fire, pull L or Goku and Frieza.
Oh yeah, on JP, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the video because I barely upload, but I pulled LR Goku, LR Goku and Frieza on a single on JP. Didn't intend to.
And I was very salty.
Yeah,
I got triggered.
I got him on a double cracked screen, which is one of the most rare things to have on an LR banner. Do 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 do.
You know what's rare? You wanna know what's really rare?
What?
The Geo Blue or Hercule Ray and Blue on a single.
Yeah. Yay! Finally.
Hey.
Actually, I forgot to give him some orbs in the potential system, huh? By the way, I'm rainbowing that Hercule.
Hey, really?
I'm going for the memes, man.
So you could become next Truth or something?
Yeah. Actually, if I were to pull multiple dupes, he's just got blacked. Evil Jim, God of Evil. I mean, I shouldn't judge. My name is Spyro after a dragon. Not really much.
Cartoon baby.
And Gogeta's is basically a furry.
No, I just stop that.
You know, it's funny because I really wish that streams like yesterday's stream would happen more often. But there comes those points. Gogeta is a guy confirmed.
Me furry.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I mean furry. He is a guy. Oh wow, he is a guy. Who would have thunk?
Yeah, furry.
Who would have thunked?
Both guy and furry. There you go.
A guy furry, so he's a brony.
I am not my guy from Naruto.
What?
I watch Naruto, so never mind.
I do not watch Naruto, as you can already tell. To be honest, not to offend anyone that is into Naruto, but it's one of the most least interesting things I've ever watched.
No, a lot more less interesting things.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, same here, but like, I don't know, when I look at it, no, take it back, Vegito be furry, and also Goku Black too. Well, Vegito I can understand, but Goku Black, I don't see a Super Saiyan for Goku Black. As much as I want it to be a thing, I don't see it anywhere.
Dragon Ball Heroes.
I don't think it happened in Dragon Ball Heroes. Or did it? I mean, Gogeta isn't a thing, so that needs to be a thing. Just imagine.
I guess it's J4.
Wait, what? Search Goku Black SSA 4. Not particularly now, but I'd probably do it off stream for safety reasons.
All of you.
There are things that you are not meant to see, such as blue waffles.
My favorite song pose of Goku Black in Super Saiyan 4.
I feel like if I'm gonna look that up, I'll probably find Zamasu porn somehow, one way or another.
Now that's just nasty. Just don't even think like that.
You think that I'm lying, but no. What about your waffles? Just do not look up blue waffles. If you want to live a little longer, do not look it up. I did it my way. Can Dang it.
What's his name? Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash?
That sings, I think it's Hurt, I think of.
Oh wait, is it We'll Meet Again? We'll all sell song. Oh yeah, My Way. Actually, mind if I sing a little bit of We'll Meet Again?
No.
Okay. Alrighty, kids, you're gonna learn some culture because this is made by Johnny Cash. I already forgot how the song begins. What was I singing again? Oh, We'll Meet Again. We'll meet again. Don't know where. Don't know when. But I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do. And let the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. That's really all I can remember. There's an OGs in the chat. It's probably a Morty of some dimension. No, just put this song with Goku Black. Oh yeah, that'd be a little creepy. I can just imagine him over dead corpses while singing that song. Actually, I've actually thought of that in my story.
Don't make me, make a video and do that, because I will too.
What? Singing My Way? Wait, not My Way,
Taking, a Goku Black clip and then, a dead, just a pile of, dead corpses. Dead corpses.
That's what I was actually thinking.
That we'll meet again.
Yeah, this foot is on Trunks' head while singing. You're probably not interested, but I've made a story too. But I have also made a main character. Why don't you play Xbox? But shit. I have a story of my own. It's a little different than the actual Dragon Ball series, a lot more different. And I created Ardo Black. It's what it seems. It's a guy named Ardo that had his body changed by Zamasu. There's a lot more story behind that, and I'm not sure if I want to get to it. 1, it's tiring. 2, I've said it 1,000 times. And 3, no one's interested. I just said, I don't know. Wow, Zamasu redubbed. Oh yeah, that's my voice. When I was singing the song, that was for Ardo Black. Wait, I'll do it again. By the way, I'm 15 years old. I know it doesn't sound like it. I mean, I'm a pretty tall person, pretty big. I know this is really random to say, but I have a very squeaky voice for some reason. I have no idea why. So, I'm 15 as well. Welcome to the party, then. But this is Ardo Black's voice. You mortals think you can comprehend my power. You may try to comprehend time and time again, but every single time your head spins and spins and spins, because my power is nothing but a bottomless pit that you can never comprehend. That sounds like hit, really? It does it?
His voice sounds like an English dub for hit. So
Oh, English dub for hit. I can hear it. I can see it. I can see and hear. Oh, since you're so early into the stream, well, a newcomer to, my channel, welcome to the channel! I make Dokkan videos. And talk about stories that no one wants to listen to.
And so do I. I make Dokkan books.
But tell very few stories.
Yeah. I'm not very much of a storyteller.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh, hey, we got a stun off, so Hit's basically gonna brutally murder Black right here. No, not the penis! Oh, he liked this stream, so thank you for the welcome. No problem, man. There's a lot of complicated stuff in my story. I've had plenty and plenty and plenty of ideas. The only problem is I cannot come up with a beginning. I do not know how to come up with this beginning. And I know this is going to sound strange. Most of my viewers are going to be gone after I say this, hon. Oh, hey, there's still 4 people watching. Well, thanks for sticking on by into the stream. But I know this sounds weird, but it's a mixture of 2 franchises. Dragon Ball and Steven Universe. I know that's a weird combination, but I mean, I kind of connected. The only problem is the beginning. I'm still having some rough edges. I don't know how to start it. And I have a couple of ideas in mind, just not completely. But Ardo Black is one of my best creations I've ever made. For what I think of him, he is one of the coolest. Hey, Steven Universe is already like Dragon Ball. Yeah, basically. I mean, they did the fusion dance. They've gone off worlds. I mean, they haven't had rock people, but you know.
I've never seen Steven Universe, so I wouldn't know.
It's a pretty good show. It's just that they have a lot of animation problems that don't make sense. To be honest, because they're the creators. They're always saying "Oh, we draw our animations by hand," and drawing it by hand is what makes it the animation problems like that. I think that's what their motto is. I can't exactly remember, but it was something like that. Is he stunned? Of course not. I don't know. I just like seeing the guaranteed crits. My back. But there's a lot of story. Also, the Rock people are like Vegeta, the rough Saiyans. Oh yeah, that's the thing. In my story, I wanted to make Saiyans and Gems have conflict because basically my motive is that I want the Gems to fear the Saiyans because they think of them as these world-conquering people that take over planets for profit. But now these days they're protectors at this point. They're better than Kais themselves. So, yeah. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Gogeta would would be annoyed by me saying these same things over and over again.
For me?
Yeah. I mean, I've said it a lot. Die. You can't kill me.
Chill, so you're good.
Yeah. But Goku Black has been one of my most favorite characters in Dragon Ball Super. Just because, like, the whole thing with him. Because when we first saw him, well, here's a thought: if Gogeta was the own person and not a fusion. Oh, if he was his own person? Oh, that'd be pretty cool. But in my story, the whole like future arc is completely different. It's revamped basically. It's not all around Trunks, it's all around Steven. And like basically it's 10 years later of the present time, and a lot has changed over the years. Steven has followed suit with Ardo, training because he feels weak. Still farming, yes. The farm never ends. And to be honest, I did it on purpose so I can have an excuse to stream. Woo! But it gets a lot more complicated, like during the whole time traveling arc. But it gets interesting. Nice. You're promoting laziness, thank you very much. Future Steven versus Ardo Black. Yeah, that's a thing. You know, you're one of the very few people that are actually interested in this. There's only like one other person, and then the other person, which is Gogeta. But
I'm just silently in the background.
Yeah. What ends up, like, Zamasu in my story has been completely, like, revamped. His motives are a little different. The character himself is a lot more different. I'm almost farming because I sadly got Goku Black too. Yeah, I wasn't really too excited when I got Goku Black. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic unit. But I have AGL Rose, but like when you think of LR Goku Black, you think like the perfect duo, STR Rose and LR Goku Black. Like they link hand to hand. They're like incredible partners, and they're one of the best two duo units in the game. Yeah, because Zamasu was a lunatic. That's also a thing. In my story, one of his motives and what drives him to kill mortal people is that, well, what ends up happening is, say, like, he's fighting Ardo. Ardo is the main character, by the way. But Ardo himself, whenever he gets into a fight with him, he gets more and more, like, crazy. The problem is that I don't have a team to put him into. Well, I kind of do. I mean, I have AGL Rose, but it just doesn't feel the same, you know? I mean, unlike...
You have two teams they run into. Actually, three.
Unlike this asshole, he got STR Rose 3 or 4 times on JP. Off singles, I think.
I put one in multi and the other two like on singles. Actually, no, I put 2 on multis and then 2 on singles.
Yeah. But I know I keep like kind of stopping you, Gogeta. But here's a team to put them in Team 3-star. I think that's a Team 4-star reference, but I just don't get it. Here's a team to put him on. Oh, the Team 3-star. Yeah, that's definitely a Team 4-star reference. I'm definitely going to yell Team 3-star when I do it. Team 3-star! But Zamasu's like kind of logic, because he actually falls into like this story almost perfectly, because the thing is about like the Kais is that they live for a very long time. Like they have seen things, and like Zamasu did with the barbarians now is not funny. I will never be funny, Vegeta. But the thing was about crap, I already lost track. Actually, oh no, I won't show you the picture yet until I get into kind of the details of what Zamasu is in my story. But Zamasu himself, wait, hon, let me see if people are actually in the stream, having fun, having a good time. But Zamasu, whenever he engages in mortal activity, because he decided to go rogue as a Supreme Kai one day in my story, so he goes onto like this kind of western planet, and he goes into a bar just asking for some water, then he'll go, because he was just taking a pit stop to like see mortal activity, and then some western alien comes up to him saying, hey, this is my seat. And then what ends up happening is that that guy gets rough, and then he said, hey, move it or lose it. And then what ends up happening is that he takes his glass of water and just smashes his face onto the glass. Yeah, how's mortals? And then the thing is that someone slammed a chair onto his back, and then he looked up and had the sadistic eyes, because when he gets harmed or gets any interactions with mortals, he just becomes crazy. That's also what drives him to like fight mortals, like such as, I don't know, Goku, because like if they engage in battle, his anger for mortals kind of encourages him to literally do everything possible to kill them. So yeah, I came up with that idea. But the thing is that Zamasu he thinks straight in my story. Because, well, I'm not going to say that he didn't think straight in, I don't know, the actual Dragon Ball Super story. I like Goku Black was. Yeah, he was alright. To be honest, I had a couple of problems with him. I kind of hated that he kept talking about a lot of God stuff. I mean, I get it, he technically was Zamasu. But, like, it got so annoying at some points, where he's just sitting, like, just in the air talking about, like, godhood or whatever. It's just like, okay, can we get on to the fight? We're here to watch Goku Black versus Goku. This is what we've been waiting for. And, like, it got annoying at some parts. But I love the character to bits.
It was just too drawn out at some parts.
Yeah, he really drawn it out. He really wanted to push the whole God part, and it was kind of annoying. But in my story, his motives don't change much. Well, kind of one is a massive change, but his motives in my story is that he sees so many things terribly happening. Blah, 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 gods, blah, blah, yeah, basically. But his motives in my story is a lot more different, because he doesn't see hope in humanity, but he feels like he can fix it. What I mean by fix it, oh hey, I dodge, is that he tries, well, his plan is to wipe out mortal life and remaking it into what he wanted it to be from the begin with. A paradise that he has wanted for so long to see mortals do. But very few mortals do it. It's just all war, like violence, and he's just tired of seeing it. Because gods gave them minds to use to bring peace, to bring something to the table, actually, like being decent people. So he already gave in hope on the world that he is in. So he's thinking about revamping it and making it better. Hey, that's like my character's name. Who? What, Ardo? Or Zamasu? But it gets a lot more complicated in the story as it goes further and further on. My channel name, Evil Jim God of Evil. It's like saying, evil Goku God of Evil. That's basically Goku Black. If we're actually thinking about this logically. Alright, how many medals do we need? One more. I'll tell you, the backstory. Okay.
I'll tell you the black story.
Wait, did I actually say the black story? No, I said backstory.
No, you said black. You almost slipped out black.
Oh. Sorry, I'm talking about a lot of black stuff. But the thing is that Ardo Black, basically, Ardo is kind of like this laid-back, chilled guy, but when things get like too out of hand, he gets incredibly serious to the point where he actually might kill someone. Because in my story, it starts from I was thinking about Battle of Gods, but I'm like kind of bouncing around with Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. But basically, the story follows down the Dragon Ball timelines, not the Steven Universe ones. I mean, there might be a few things here and there, but I haven't really had too many ideas of that. But what happens is that he sees that Frieza is alive. There's some drama between Frieza and Ardo in the past, but I'm already talking about so much. I don't want to, I don't want to say too much, or I'm gonna be out of breath. But he sees Frieza that he's still alive, and he makes remarks saying that oh, you see, my character was basically made in a lab to be clone of a character named Jim, and he made a clone of himself, but he made him evil by mistake? By mistake or my mistake? I'm pretty sure he was trying to say bye. Crap, what should I even begin with? By mistake, yeah, I figured. Huh. I'm really trying, because there's so much to talk about in my story, to the point where I feel like I can make an entire stream. Wow, there are 6 people here. This is making me nervous. Because I was never too keen on talking about my story. Neither was I when it came to Gogeta himself. Who I'm referring to as Gogeta, I mean my friend. I was never too fond of talking about it. Because I was always embarrassed of it. Because not many people on my channel even like it at all. It's actually kind of a meme at this point. Where if I talk about my story, people would leave. That's basically the meme of the channel. Actually, Spyro Black is the meme of the channel. Which was, Ardo Black was originally named Spyro Black because I couldn't come up with a name for Ardo Black. So I first called him, and what happens after he was made, he absorbed the energy from around the dimensions and got all the powers like the Kamehameha and the Final Flash. Night. It gets so much more complicated. Okay. I know. There's a lot of things that are different, especially in the Time Travelers arc. So many things are different. To the point where it actually could be its own new thing. So what ends up happening is that Zamasu Black, how I can explain his backstory. Well, actually, no. Well, this man. Sorry, I'm nervous. There's, well, what I mean by a lot of people, I mean, more than I usually can get. I'm so sorry. I'm not used to talking about this, and it's making me scared. Because a lot of people don't like this on my channel. But, alright, I'll get into what I'm talking about. Ardo, in the Resurrection F saga, visits Frieza, doing, smack talk, saying that he'll be the 3rd Saiyan that defeats him, and the 2nd that kills him. So, what he does is that he goes full power at the start, transforming into Super Saiyan 3. He hasn't had Super Saiyan 3 for long. Basically, what he's been doing is going off on abandoned planets with tough gravity and training on there. And he obtained Super Saiyan 3 about 2 years before that. So he puts the smackdown on Final Form Frieza, knowing Frieza that is basically kind of a, he's like, how can I say it? He doesn't... Okay, basically he just doesn't transform into his golden form because he wants to wait to save it for Goku. That's basically what he does. So he's trying to hold off against Super Saiyan 3 not Goku, Ardo, until Goku arrives. And then so on and so forth. I haven't really come up with much besides that in the Resurrection F saga. I need to breathe. Okay, wait, actually, we have enough medals. Wait, hon. Then after that, he becomes a spirit and enters Jem's body and takes him over until he makes a body that is like a Saiyan body and can go Super Saiyan. And then Jem and Evil Jem fight for like 100,000 years. That's coolio o polio. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Was this about Dokkan at one point? I can't remember. Wait, not summon. Awaken. Alright, guys, it's time to awaken Goku Black to his TUR. Hopefully people are enjoying the stream. It's crazy. Hopefully you guys are actually buckled up. Because... I'm actually really scared of what people would think. Okay, boom, we got Goku Black and Zamasu. Like, the counterpart Zamasu is one of the most, like uninteresting people. Like, Goku Black was, like, the main deal. And he was one of the coolest characters in all of Dragon Ball Super. I know I'm basically repeating some stuff. It's because I'm forgetting what I'm trying to say because I'm all giddy and nervous. I'm not... Like, I know I'm saying it a bunch of times, but... I don't know what to talk about first. Okay, let's talk Zamasu in my story. Yeah, I almost have all the medals. Let's start with Vegeta first. Okay. Oh, we have a mission. But, Zamasu. He has seen a lot of things throughout the years. Well, in my opinion, I like this channel and really love this story. I'm very surprised you say that because I haven't even told that much. Okay. Gogeta, are you there?
Yes, I am here. I'm just silently...
Wow, you were very, very quiet. Okay. What ends up happening is that Zamasu has seen so many things throughout the universe, and humans were one of the worst. By the way, when I mean by humans, I mean humans now at these days. Like, this time. Like, our world that we are living in now. That's what humans are like in my story. Like, Logan Paul's in it and whatnot. And he's just seeing the, like, amount of, like, disgust of mortal kind. And how obnoxious and stupid it became over the years. So, what ends up happening is that Zamasu at one point gets super frustrated. And then one day, Beerus comes onto Goasu's, is it a planet? A dimension? It doesn't really show a planet, does it? It just shows like a plain green field. But basically they go to Goasu's place, and then Ardo follows suit. Now, Ardo is just saying like, hey, who is that guy over there? Is he like an apprentice or whatever? Like I don't know, your kid? And then Goku explains that this is his student, and that he's still in training. So Ardo insists, like, hey, I could help with that training little thingy bob. And then Zawasu, not Zawasu, but Zamasu, in his head, is just thinking, no mortal will be able to teach me. And then he insists, like, how about a little sparring session? And then Zamasu says, are you actually serious? You really want to challenge a god like me? Whoa. Oh, I thought I saw a message. But, wait, hold on. Okay, at least 5 people are here. But Zamasu is just sitting there like, are you actually serious? Someone challenging me. Sounds like Goku versus Zamasu the first they met. Yeah, that's basically how it is, just revamped. But what ends up happening is that Ardo says, "Huh, you're a god, eh? Then you wouldn't mind if I go all out then." And then he immediately goes to his full power just to spite him because Zamasu isn't the one, well, not Zamasu, Ardo isn't the one to play games such as Vegeta and Goku. Because if someone's being a smartass, he'll call him out. So he goes into full power Super Saiyan 3 and just tears Zamasu to pieces. Not literally, I mean like beat him down just immensely. And Zamasu stood no chance, and he felt humiliated. He felt anger. And that was the last straw because of Zamasu. So he devised a plan that he took a lot of time and effort to think up of. Because there was so many things that... excuse me. But there is so many things that he had to nail down on the board. Like, oh, I have to do this at this time and this on this time. Because he had to get rid of the gods of destruction or else he wouldn't commit to Zero Mortal's plan. So, wait, hon. Well, speaking of Zamasu being ripped apart, Jiren just one-shotted Fusamasu. Yeah. So, okay.
It's like, be gone.
Why but I forgot where we were leaving off. Okay. Zamasu was filled with anger, and it took some time and effort into the future. Well, it took a long time to come up with his plan, and one of his plans were that he needed to switch bodies with Nani? Not switch bodies with Nani. I mean, what I mean is that he needed to switch bodies with Ardo because he was way weaker than any god of destruction. He was one of the weakest out there. So he was wondering, how am I even supposed to even come close to beating Ardo? And then he thought, why beat Ardo if I can become him? So he decides one day that he needed to switch bodies with Ardo. But the thing is that he knows he doesn't want to play stupid. Once he gets into Ardo's body, he's probably not going to know how to control it. So he goes to Universe 7 on Elder Kai's little planet thing. And then what ends up happening is that he grabs his orb, like Elder Kai's orb, which doesn't, like, we've all seen him use it in, like, GT and the Majin Buu arc, not category, but saga. And what he does is that he looks in the present, like he watches the fights. But it doesn't just see the present in my series. He sees the past, not the future. So he looks in the past of Ardo, watching him as he grows into the fighter he is today, copying his fighting style so he can remember it once he goes into Ardo's body, which later on backfires on him completely. Well, almost completely. So he sets off on his journey, and he gathers all the Super Dragon Balls and ends up wishing to switch bodies with Ardo. And then it ends up happening, but Ardo doesn't play stupid. He knows exactly what was going on, because he could tell that on that day Zamasu was infuriated. He was mad that he got beaten, not bitten. So once he got Ardo's body, he immediately instant transmissions to Ardo himself so he can face him, because it's been so long, because it's been 10 years ever since that day. So he decides to face him and to have a fight. But the thing is that Ardo, including Zamasu, in each other's bodies, they recall memories of them. So does Zamasu end up going to the future where Steven is in? Well, no. The thing is that Zamasu is in the same universe as, like, in Steven Universe. Basically, the universe where Dragon Ball and Steven Universe resides, it's combined together. I forgot to mention that things will be changed. Places will also be changed. Like, the cities where, like, Bulma and, like, Vegeta and Goku live. Like, it ain't gonna be like these, well, it might be. But, like, it ain't gonna be, like, age 793 or anything like that. It'll be, like, 2018 or something. It's not gonna be anything crazy like that. So, like, Dragon Ball Heroes, kinda, not really. I mean, well, not to, like, be a show-off, but I feel like my series might actually end up being better. Because not Zamasu, but, Dragon Ball Heroes is basically just jam-packed fights. Like, basically it's just nonsense fights without really giving any clarification on what and how and why they're there. So, like, the whole, like, Zamasu versus Kefla thing, like, no one really cares. They just want to see what ends up happening. So, what was I going at? Oh, yeah, Zamasu. Zamasu and including Ardo recall memories in each other's bodies. When Ardo is in Zamasu's body, he recalls memories of Zamasu creating this plan. Non-canon. Oh, wait, crap. Wait, hon. No one's gonna see that yet until I get on to... great. Here's a drawing I drew. This person, you probably already know, is Fu Zamasu, but it's different. I will talk about that later on in my story, but not right now. But if you want to look at it, here it is. It's pretty cool. You know what would be fun? Steven Universe versus Broly. Yeah. Well, Ardo, like, man, it's really complicated in my story. Like, I'm still trying to fit some pieces together. I'm still trying to come up with the beginning. I've had an idea, but I'm going to get off the Zamasu things off my chest. But Ardo was in Zamasu's body, recalling that Zamasu made these plans and was arranging this to this day. Also, that is full corrupted Fu Zamasu. Yeah. Well, things will change. I just want to explain the whole future arc. So, obviously there's Steven Universe characters in my story. So, there's like Peridot and Lapis as fighters that Ardo has trained. Well, didn't train, he just taught him a few things, like how to fight, how to control ki, and how to fly. But they don't, like, he doesn't, like, full-blown train them like Piccolo and, Gohan. It's not like that. It's not like a father-son thing. It's just basically, like, a whole bunch of friends, while one is teaching one. Well, while one is teaching the two, like, they kind of teach each other things back and forth. But, oh man, I'm out of breath. Hold on, give me a second, I gotta stand. Ooh, a lot of storyline bullcrap is really tiring. Okay. Where are we going at? Okay, Zamasu Black, great. Ardo Black and Zamasu are ending up fighting each other, but the thing is that Zamasu, well, aka Ardo in Zamasu's body, he ends up seeing what Zamasu's been trying to do, which is training in Ardo's style, so he remembers his own fighting style in Zamasu's body, which is giving Zamasu in Ardo's body, like, a lower chance of winning because, like, he's, like, Zamasu's still not used to the fighting style, but Ardo is completely used to fighting that way. But as the fight went on, Ardo Black got stronger and stronger, and ended up blowing a hole in Zamasu, aka Ardo's chest, and leaving him behind in the tree. Now, the thing is that he leaves him behind on the tree, but there's a mysterious black figure that comes, and Zamasu supposedly kills him. That will be a kind of a look back in my story. I'm not going to tell what it is, but, you know, keep those peepers open. So, what ends up happening is that he goes on a full rampage, destroying cities, killing thousands upon thousands of people, brutally, by the way, because he is a lot more terrifying, strong, including scary. Basically, what ends up happening in the future is that Goku and Vegeta, this is like in the past, by the way, in that timeline, Goku and Vegeta have been training for basically nothing, because they were training just in case of like a new foe has come, But, like, it's been, like, 5 years later, and still not a single person to even show up. Like, the Earth has been very peaceful. So, Goku and Vegeta realize that they're getting pretty old at this point, to the point where they just want to spend time with their families because they have never had, like, a normal life, like a normal human life. So, Ardo suggests that, okay, I will train just in case if anything bad ends up happening. So, what ends up happening is that Ardo trains and trains to the point where he actually gets stronger than both Goku and Vegeta in a power level scale, like in fighting power. So, Ardo becomes stronger than both Goku and Vegeta, which gives Ardo Black an upper hand chance. Like, in terms of power. So, he is more powerful than Goku Black himself. So, he's getting even stronger and stronger through mortal encounters because of his bloodlust of mortal rage. So, he is slaughtering humans. And what ends up happening is that Piccolo is trying to drive him somewhere else. Like, saying, okay, we'll settle this in, like, the nearest desert or something. Wait, hold on, give me a second. Okay, we're back. There was a little bit of a problem. I had to sort it out for a bit. Okay. Back to my story. Zamasu Black. Not him. I can't keep it in for that long. But Ardo Black, Piccolo, suggests that, okay, we'll settle this in the desert. And he said, no, your grave will be here. So he blows a hole in Piccolo's chest. And it goes through him and onto the city, basically blowing it to smithereens as Piccolo flies down, dies down, by falling into the blast and also dying along with the city. And then Gohan is aware of this and he thought it was like a terrorist attack or something. And then he gets there and everything's on fire and all you can see is Piccolo's cap and little shoulder things? I don't know what it's called. But then Ardo Black appears and also kills him. Oh, man, like, the story is interesting, don't get me wrong, but I get really tired of talking about it at some points. So, what ends up happening is then he tracks down both Goku and Vegeta. Okay, I'm sorry, guys, but I might have to end the stream here. Like, I know I'm leaving you off with cliffhangers, but oh man, my voice cannot take it. Like, no offense to anyone, but I'll keep talking. So he tracks down both Goku and Vegeta and kills them so they don't get into his way. And then Steven and the rest get involved. This part reminds me of like when Trunks sees future Gohan. Yeah, kinda. Wait. Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. Had to move locations. Gogeta, are you still alive?
I still live and breathe.
As you were in my pit. Okay. Yay, do recorder with nothing but silence. I'm sorry. But, actually, I didn't know it would be silent. I thought you would still hear, like, background sounds. But, okay. What ends up happening is that Steven and, like, the rest get involved because Ardo has trained both Peridot and Steven. Then he goes on to the barn. Like, if you're a fan of Steven Universe, you would understand this. But he goes off to the barn to go kill the rest. And Steven was hanging out with them with Connie and the rest because he got out of the hyperbolic time chamber from Ardo that day. So Ardo was telling him that anything could happen and that he should always be aware of anything that could possibly happen. But not Zamasu, Steven didn't take like that much seriously, so he didn't expect Ardo Black to appear. So basically, Steven has ruined it. Well, not really, but okay, we'll awaken Goku Black, and then I'm gonna have to end the stream here. But crap. Okay, Steven gets involved. Zamasu strikes, but what ends up happening is that, well, actually, no, Steven isn't in the barn. He goes off to get donuts to, like, surprise, like, the rest when he came back from the hyperbolic time chamber because they haven't seen him in 2 days. But the thing is that Steven grows, like, a massive growth spurt and muscle, if you know what I mean. So he goes off to go buy donuts to surprise them. So once he gets there, he notices that the barn is on fire. And that, actually, Zamasu gets really very, very aggressive when it comes to the rest. What ends up happening is that, like, he's still infuriated of mortal kind, and he gets angrier and angrier every time he kills someone, and also happier and happier. So what ends up happening is that Goku, not Goku Black, Ardo Black ends up tracking down Connie and the rest. But the thing is, Peridot and Garnet, Pearl, Amethyst have all died, and that Connie was hiding in the barn. And then, no offense, but I had this idea. I'm probably not going to do it, but he said the N-word. Like, where are you, you little N-word? Like, I know that's messed up, but, like, I felt like it would have been an added touch to show his more aggressive side. Like, he's determined to kill people, and to the point where he'll just say whatever. Like, he doesn't give a care in the world. So, what ends up happening is that Connie tries to sneak attack him with with her sword, and then it doesn't end up working. So what ends up happening is that he says, shh, 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 shh. And then he said, don't worry, I'll give you a quick death. And then with with basically the fastest speed ever seen, he teleports behind her and just snaps her neck. And she's like barely alive. She can't move her body. She can't really speak that well. And then Steven comes on by and just ends up crying because, well, she's dead. Ah, Jesus Christ. It's really hard talking. I'm not even kidding. So, okay. I know y'all have been sticking around and whatnot and somehow enjoying my story. But I'm going to have to leave it off here because my throat cannot handle this much anymore. I might talk about it as its own separate stream if y'all guys are interested. So, I know this is like a big cliffhanger considering he's almost awakened, but my voice cannot handle it anymore. Hey, thanks for the story, yeah. You're welcome. It's not completely finished because, to the point, like, I've been talking about it for so long that I just want to get this over with. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I will also talk about this later on. Maybe as its own separate thing, because I have tried to do it as its own video, but, like, I just give up, like, midway, like, 3 minutes not 3 minutes, and hope the voice gets better. My voice is good, it's just that, like, I've been talking a lot, my voice is a bit scratchy, I have to rest. So, yeah, I will probably be talking about this as its own separate stream, called maybe, I don't know, telling stories or whatnot. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe, whatever, and as always, see you in my next video. Bye-bye.